In him rests the future of Singapore soccer.
Everybody's expected to achieve, everybody's expected to perform, and the public's demands and expectations are quite high, so I'm sure I'll do things different.
Two foreign signings of the 93 team were retained, Abbas Saad and South Korean Jang Jun. Michael Varner became Singapore's third foreign signing.
As a player, he will give his best on and off the field. See, especially in training, he makes sure that he does something right. Then he'll know when game time he will do something better.
I think he's a very skillful player, and I really agree with that. But one thing I think he has to check on is his temperament, you know.
Singapore's first competitive match under Ken Warden turned out to be a frustrating one. The Lions went down tamely to the Hyundai Tigers by 4-0.
And this should be number 2. The Koreans very fast. Good ball. Kang Jae-sun. Lim Jae-san, yes! 4-0.
On March 30th, Ken Warden suddenly resigned, just 5 days before Singapore's opening league match.
You cannot breathe here. With media, you cannot. I'm not upset, everywhere you go. The best idea is if you go off the field and the coach can sit down for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and then maybe come out to the media. But to have hound dogs everywhere when you're walking off the field, I mean, no wonder some coaches could be in a bad mood, a bad position, have had problems, and they're going to say the wrong thing, that you don't give people chance. People should be allowed 30 minutes grace minimum before they make a comment.
Douglas Moore, the technical director, was pushed into the hot seat and became national coach. Little would he know that success awaits him at the end of the 8-month-long campaign. Singapore met Kelantan in the opening match of the FAM Premier League. A solitary goal by Nasri Nasser was enough to put Douglas Moore and his new charges on the path to victory.
1-0. Nasri will claim it.
Interestingly, Singapore welcomed back their hero of yesteryear, V. Sundramoorthy, who after having been axed, went on to don Kelantan's colours. In their next match away to Perak, the Lions carved out a famous victory, Abbas Saad's first-minute goal ensuring Singapore's first win in 10 years in Ipoh. Our next visitors at the National Stadium were Terengganu, and Abbas kept up his scoring rate by notching Singapore's first goal in their 3-0 win.
Terengganu defence just stood there and looked as Abbas Saad.
But it was captain Fandi Ahmad who stole the limelight, bagging 2 wonderfully crafted goals.
That's a classic poacher's goal. Finally releasing Fandi Ahmad. Return. Oh! What a goal by Fandi Ahmad. That was simply superb.
The morale of the team is very high, and we're always joking now because before Ken Warden was here, everybody was about very, all tension, you know, because once he come, everybody like quiet, but now everybody's more relaxed. And Douglas Moore is, I think it's quite a nice guy, and he helps all the youngsters, he talks, you know, nicely, it's good, you know.
Singapore made it 4 wins out of 4 at Malacca's Kubu Stadium. The 2-1 victory preserved Singapore's proud unbeaten 24-year record in Malacca. Singapore finally tasted defeat in their 5th match, going down 1-3 at the National Stadium to Pahang, even though Abbas Saad gave them a dream start after 8 minutes.
You could say it was lucky, but Abbas notches his 4th goal of the season.
Takes Tong Hai and both Tong Hai and Kade on for a run. Not a good cross, well kept in play though by Azharuddin Aziz. Now that's a much better cross. Zaino! He's done it again! A master striker of the dead ball. Gives David Lee no chance. Azharuddin onside, and it's 3-1 to Pahang. And that has perhaps sealed the game.
All was forgotten 4 days later when the Brave Lions fought out a 1-1 draw with perennial rival Selangor in the cauldron of the Merdeka Stadium.
One horn goes through, a chance for Singapore! Yeah! Van Horn has scored! Lee Van Horn scores his first goal for Singapore, and the 19-year-old couldn't have found a better time to do it. He's all prepared to come on, but Swee Hawk comes up to take this corner. Now that Bush is out, the shot comes in, and Selangor have found the equalizer through a sea of defenders. Ismail Ibrahim.
Against Negri Sembilan, Singapore fielded all its 3 foreign signings for the first time in the season. But a disjointed Singapore side could only force a 1-1 draw. It was the 4th match in a row that Singapore has failed to win.
With a goal that has been long awaited, and I'm sure he's going to be very, very pleased with himself. Chance for an equalizer. This is shoddy defending by Singapore.
It was at Sabah's Penampang Stadium when the Lions chalked up a surprise win in the 9th outing. Sabah then were the league leaders and most prolific scorers, but succumbed to the twin strike force of Abbas and Fandi, who got all the goals in the 3-1 win. In between, the Lions showed their prowess off the pitch, recording their 2nd album.
I'm finding, and here's the score. The captain in 94, we jamming, and that's for sure. Cause we are the Lions of Singapore. Hey, oh, hey, hey, oh, hey, oh, soccer mania. I'm Vanna, you better check your mouth. Abbas is hot, can you feel the heat? Time to sing up your kid. Hey, oh, hey, hey, oh, hey, oh, soccer mania. Hey, oh, hey, hey, oh, hey, oh, soccer mania. Everything is safe as a bag. All hot stubborn and the Russian thing. Got it to show a taste and flight. Maran is pure dynamite. Bobby the third and a danger man. Even third is the ace in the hand. Noah is always king of the air. That's what you play. You better beware.
Against Perlis at the National Stadium. But it was an unconvincing 2-1 win, and at the end of the match, a section of the crowd booed off Fandi and his teammates. It was to lead to a Fandi outburst against the die-hard fans.
Believe it or not,
Fandi. Saswa. That's a much better goal for Michael Bonner.
in his second successive home match, Michael Bonner scores his second successive goal.
Tong Hai. He's continued his stay up front. That's a much better cross by Saswa. Nodded down. Well trapped by Fandi. Kadir! That's his first ever goal for Singapore. Kadir Yaya.
But normalcy was restored in the next away match at Johor's Larkin Stadium. The die-hard fans were out in force and made peace with Fandi.
I think it's just that he gets emotional at that point of time. I think now that he has sit back and realized, he need the fans. I don't think he means it from his heart.
Today, with about 400 fans that I brought in, they are here not to boo but to support Fandi Ahmad and the team.
In turn, Fandi responded with a fabulous goal, helping the Lions to a 2-2 draw.
He's got support from Manhon, decides instead to poke it inside for Abbasan. Fandi is there, looking for the ball. Penalty for Singapore. And Michael Varner has been given the responsibilities to put Singapore up by a 1-0 after 24 minutes of play. Can he do it? He was our chief penalty taker in 1992, and here in 1994, he's got a chance to put Singapore 1-up. No mistake at all, his third goal of the competition, and die-hard fans get happy. From the long ball outside, Darren Stewart plays a very sensible ball outside to Sunny Osman, opening up the game very well. Irvin Botman was the master of the turn and a shot, and Johor have equalized. Kader though pumps it back. Michael Varner will jump for this. Darren Stewart guides the header. Fandi Ahmad, he misses on the ball. Oh, lovely goal by Singapore! What a superb strike by Fandi Ahmad. Takes the corner for them. David Lee grabs it, loses it. Johor scores, and the referee really should have given a free kick for Singapore then on a foul on David Lee.
Everybody get excited and get angry, but I thank them for supporting us today, and we should have won the game, but do better next time.
It was on the 7th of June when the first round was completed. An uneventful outing at Sarawak State Stadium saw the Lions humbled 3-0. At the end of 15 matches, they were in 4th place in the standings. Singapore began the second round in the same fashion with which they ended the first, losing to the same team, Sarawak. Though they put up a much better showing, there was no stopping Sazali Ramli from scoring the all-important goal.
After being under pressure throughout the match, they've scored a stunning goal to take the lead. And that came...
Singapore chalked up 3 more wins before they faced Malacca at the National Stadium. Their most controversial was the tie at Kelantan, which was abandoned 5 minutes from time, and a 3-2 result in Singapore's favour was only confirmed 3 days later. Against Malacca, Fandi scored 4 out of Singapore's 5 goals, the best achieved by any striker to date.
Stephen Tan, is this going to be his? Yes! Singapore take the lead, 2-goal lead in the 35th minute of play. Oh! Out of nothing, Singapore have a 3rd goal. Fandi Ahmad getting his 2nd and Singapore's 3rd. Nazri Nasir. Rafi making a run down the left. Good run and well seen by Nazri. Good low cross. Oh! It's Fandi with his hat-trick.
And it'd be nice if Malacca could hit him with this corner.
Yes! Oh, beautifully taken. Well, Fandi Ahmad, if there was any doubt about the own goal we credited him earlier on, there's no doubt now that he's got his hat-trick.
A probe into match fixing in July resulted in the arrest of several former and current Singapore players. Singapore's foreign import Michael Varner was charged with 6 counts of corruption and was to play no further part in Singapore's campaign. But 2 days after the investigation started, the Lions put on a best possible display to defuse all allegations by trouncing Sabah 7-0. In a 2-horse race with Kedah for the title, the Lions choked on home ground against Johor, losing by a Irvin Bowman penalty. It had to win the final 2 matches to pip Kedah for the title.
Necessary from Bohan Abu Sama. Douglas Moore, who's usually very emotional, didn't even get up off his seat at time. And David will have the toughest task at the moment of preventing that from going in. He failed to do so.
Indeed, it was Kedah who visited the Lions' den in the penultimate league tie. In a match that was graced by the presence of Prime Minister Goh Chok Tong, Singapore turned on the style to defeat the Hijau Kuning team by 2-1.
They still have the ball though. Nidza Madza. Oh, this is dangerous. A chance for Kedah to take the lead against Singapore. No, handball. Malik holds play up very well. Tries to find Abbasad. That's a brilliant ball. A peach of a pass. Fandi is inside. And it is! 2-0! Oh, Yano Stark is there, and that is a very important goal for Kedah.
Needing just a draw to clinch the title, Singapore went one better and carved out a 1-0 win over Brunei in their final league fixture to become Premier League champions, claiming its first major title since the Malaysia Cup victory of 1980.
I think they have that spirit, fighting spirit, still do Tildy.
And we're gonna make it, Tildy! Yeah!
This victory is for Singapore.
Yeah!
I think it's long overdue that we have an occasion like this. And I'd like to dedicate this win to Ken Warden.
But confirmation as league champions did not come till nearly 2 months later, as Michael Varner's role in match fixing and his eventual jumping of bail temporarily put celebrations on hold. But when the moment came, the team and fans celebrated in style.
Obviously, we were very concerned with comments that maybe we wouldn't be given the league. Now it's all been confirmed. We're absolutely thrilled, and we're very proud to be the holders of the league title.
I think we should have this celebration because they deserve it, and I hope we have a bigger celebration when we bring back the Malaysia Cup.
The draw for the Malaysia Cup quarter-finals was conducted on August 25th. The top 10 finishers of the 16-team Premier League were placed in 2 groups and will face each other in a round-robin format. Champions Singapore were grouped with Sarawak, Perak, Pahang and Sabah. Runner-up Kedah had Terengganu, Kelantan, Johor and Selangor to contend with. Singapore kicked off its Malaysia Cup campaign with a lion-hearted performance in the afternoon heat at Sabah's Penampang Stadium, beating the hosts by 2-1.
Good running from Saswadi Masa Dazuki. Latched onto the pass from Abbasad. Fandi Ahmad is there. Nice little touch by Fandi. Here's Nazri Nasser going on goal. Holding in now. Is it a goal for Singapore? It is. Well, surely now it is. Managed to break clear then. Jackidis and Kilan. Trouble now for Singapore. 3 against 3 at the back. Oh, what a goal by Scott Olowenshaw. Douglas Moore got up on his feet immediately, screamed at his defenders, and Scott Olowenshaw comes away with another goal.
In the next match at home to Pahang, a moment of magic from super sub Stephen Tan in injury time settled the issue.
By Stephen Tan. What's he going to do now, Stephen? Whoa, what a goal! What a magnificent goal by Stephen Tan!
A last-minute goal from Lee Man Hon at the State Stadium in Kuching helped Singapore clinch a 2-2 draw in their third tie against Sarawak. The result atoned for the Lions' dismal showing at the same venue in the league.
For a big man, or was that John Hunter? Shamsurin, good overlapping run there. Kim Swee. Excellent play. His danger's not over there. A shot that could go in, and it is. It is in. Abdul Jalil Ramli, the captain. Zafri Manai. Oh, a great goal! Out of the blue. A quick free kick. Abbas got on the end of it, and there we see Stephen showing his great presence of mind. Here's Kadir, chips it in. Fandi doing his best to turn. A chance. It's in! Unbelievable! Singapore have done it again. It's not encouraging.
But the Lions had to labour when they met the last of their group opponents, Perak, at the National Stadium. It needed a fandi header to ensure Singapore remained unbeaten.
And Fandi, who hasn't done much in the first half, has given Singapore that lead just before half-time. A great time to get it.
He's normally more of a distraction.
Then a performance that warmed the hearts of the Singapore faithful. A 4-1 rout of Sabah kept Singapore firmly entrenched at the top of the 5-team Group A.
It's the first time in Bohan's career that he scored more than one goal for Singapore in the whole season. Jeffrey Sankilan. Scott Alwyn-Shaw is onside. Borhan Abu Sama has to do the chasing. He can't catch up. And Scott Alwyn-Shaw has scored against Singapore again. Sama have only scored against Singapore 3 times this season. He's got all 3. Stephen trying to score his second goal in the Malaysia Cup campaign. Easily slotted in. Fandi. Good work by Fandi Ahmad. That's a fabulous cross, and Stephen Tan is there with his second goal after some magnificent work from Singapore's captain. Kadir, that's a good cross to Fandi. Oh, Abbasad, no. Selvaraj, no. Abbas, surely now. 4-1, and finally you can see Abbasad just falling down and heaving a sigh of relief. That is the goal that he desperately needed.
Singapore then became the first team to qualify for the semi-finals when it staged another spirited comeback at Pahang, eventually drawing 2-2. It was also the night when Perak upset the form book, beating Sarawak 1-0 and sent them crashing out of the competition.
Touching back to Rubin Mokhtar. Long ball looking for the run of Azharuddin. That's a wonderful pass by Rubin Mokhtar.
Abduraimov! 2-0 for Pahang. He scored against Singapore at the National Stadium. He scored again at Darul Makmur, and now he's done the damage all over again. We're saying comfort straight in this time. Go by the byline. Stephen. Tonghai. Yes! Singapore have got the goal they very much needed. Lim Tonghai has got it. Surprisingly, Pahang have only set up a 5-man wall for a free kick. It's such a short distance. Nasri is there as well. He scored a few goals, unforgettable ones from outside the penalty box, but it's Fandi who'll take it! Singapore have equalized! Unbelievable! Fandi Ahmad dives Jurgen Klinsmann style, and the rest of the Singapore players imitate the Tottenham Hotspurs players.
Lim Tonghai's second goal in as many games preserved Singapore's unbeaten run as the Lions held Sarawak to a 1-1 draw at the National Stadium. Singapore's position as group champions was enhanced.
Unbelievable! 5 players inside the penalty box, including Lim Tonghai. Second consecutive goal. He scored against Pahang. And he's ended the Malaysia Cup first round the same way he started last season's first round.
Singapore finished as the only unbeaten team in the quarterfinals when in their last match in Ipoh, the Lions defeated the hosts Perak 3-1, including a brilliant solo goal by debutant V. Selvaraj.
One of them is Fandi! Finally! After denying the Singapore captain thrice, Nazreen Chong can't do it the 4th time. It's Fandi Ahmad. Selvaraj, Fandi's in the middle waiting for the cross to come in. No, he decides to take on the defense all by himself. Goes past one hole, goes past Hoksan. Selvaraj is holding in on goal. What a brilliant goal by V. Selvaraj! A magnificent solo goal. What a way to get your first goal for Singapore. Chance now, Abu Bakar left in no man's land. That's a goal for Perak. Where were the Singapore defenders, asked David Lee. And that time he's got a case for shouting out. Rafi can take advantage of it. Stephen usually takes the penalties, but they're allowing Rafi to have his first goal of the Malaysia Cup and his first goal of the season. Can he do it? Oh, no problem at all.
Singapore's opponents in the 2-leg semi-final was Ken Warden's Selangor team. As group champions, Singapore had to play the first leg at home, and once more Captain Fandi Ahmad's fourth-minute goal ensured Singapore take a 1-0 lead before the return leg.
That's the way you're going to start the match. He took a knock, but Fandi Ahmad does it against Hassan Miscom and Selangor and Ken Worden as Singapore now get up on their feet.
They're falling to pieces at the moment, the Singapore players. Zhang Zhong, not a good clearance. The Singapore defenders are under pressure. Pelted off. An early cross from him. Asmanathan running clear. Alistair decides to take the defence on all by himself. Sambaga Maran's found himself some space. Bush is there! Alistair! Totally superb goalkeeping skills from David Lee in this half have kept Singapore 1-0 up.
Good play. In a pulsating second leg encounter at Shah Alam, hosts Selangor twice led before Singapore clawed back to tie the scores at 2-2, thus qualifying for the final on an aggregate score of 3-2.
Has scored in the 17th minute for Selangor. Zhang Jung looking for Fandi. Raman Raghunathan getting in front. Bohan pushing the ball back in. That looked like a push by Fandi. The ball's breaking free. Selvaraj! And he scored! That has come against the run of play, but it's going to count. Singapore have equalized and taken the lead on aggregate. Here's Bush, plays it. It's Alistair. Brilliant goal by Alistair Edwards. There's nothing you can say about that. A super goal. And now we are back on level terms. Saswa back to Stephen. He's got Jay Kantan in front of him. Saswa curls that ball in nicely. A chance. It's in! Abbasan! And oh, what a time to score!
Defending champions Kedah, meanwhile, played Pahang in the other semi-final. At the Darul Makmur Stadium, Pahang raced to a 2-0 victory to take to Alor Star for the return leg.
Dino. Long, hopeful ball forward, and there's the goal! Here comes Pahang, Abdurrahimov, the goal scorer. And this time he was trying to turn provider for Zainul Abidin, and Dino, it's two!
A solitary penalty in the second leg by Kedah was not enough to see them through to the final. Pahang thus will square off against Singapore for the prestigious Malaysia Cup. Departure for their cup final mission was preceded by a reception hosted by the acting Community Development Minister, Mr. Abdullah Tamuji.
Football is very close to the hearts of Singaporeans. They're passionate about football. They're passionate about the game. The whole of Singapore is just making the whole team. So with that, I can only say that we wish you all the best.
A few hundred well-wishers were on hand to give the Lions a rousing send-off. Their one message: bring back the cup. The happy faces of the team members reflect a confident mood as they gear up for the tough battle against Pahang. By late afternoon, it was time for a feel of the Shah Alam Stadium pitch, which 7 days earlier saw the team knocking Selangor out of the cup final. The members were put through a light workout. all ready to bring the cup back to Singapore after a 14-year gap.
14 years is a long time, actually, yeah. And of course, you know, with this long spell, we haven't got the Malaysia Cup yet, you know. And I think tomorrow is the best time to play well and get the cup back to Singapore.
For me, it doesn't matter who's going to mark me. I mean, I just got to go on with my own match and just play my own normal game, and hopefully I can come up top, so whoever's going to mark me. But more importantly, I think it's how the team plays. If we play really well, I mean, the way we've been playing for the last month has been really superb. Our spirit and commitment has really been first class, and if we can continue doing that, I think we'll win.
Hungry as ever, because this is we're going for the double, you know. It's a record if we win the cup tomorrow. And another thing, it's if we win the double, it's a triple double for me actually, because I played for KL, Pahang, and hopefully with Singapore also we win the double, and it's very special to me.
Pahang Zainul Abidin, meanwhile, was the scrutiny of those who witnessed the team in training, which included the Tunku Mahkota.
I think the super Malaysian should be Zainal. I think I'm more confident with Zainal at the back because of his experience, and then he got the height. What it means, it's good for us in the area ball. It's good. So I think Zainal got the notch to play there.
At this moment, I got to be at the sweeper role because they need me very badly at the sweeper role. And if you ask me, I prefer and enjoying play up front. But for me, which position, I don't mind, as long as I give my best.
I'd like to think that they won't miss me, and we'll go out and play our normal game and play well like we usually do against Singapore. We've always done well against Singapore, and hopefully we can do it again.
December 17th, Cup Final Day. Thousands of Singaporeans have made the journey to Kuala Lumpur. Everyone was in a confident mood, knowing that a 14-year wait for the cup is about to be over. One hour before kickoff, and the atmosphere inside the Shah Alam Stadium was electrifying. A sea of red and white, the Singapore faithful, nearly 50,000 of them, turned the Shah Alam Stadium into a mini Kallang. At 8:35, a thunderous roar greeted the teams as they stepped onto the pitch. Then the final got underway. At the end of 90 minutes, Singapore was to emerge victorious, romping to a convincing 4-0 win over Pahang.
Selvaraj is waiting, so is Nazri. Abbas! Yes! Goal! And the man who says that he hasn't won it for Singapore before, the guy who says that he has played in 3 finals now for Singapore and has ended up on 2 losing sides and doesn't want to end up on the 3rd, starts Singapore's ball rolling.
That was great play, and it's fitting that Abbas finished it off because he started it. There we see Nazri diving in. That put everyone off. It gave Abbas a chance to sneak through, and boy, did he put that one away.
Ahmad Yusof had to check and put the ball inside. That's a wonderful pass for Ahmad Yusof. Did it go in? No, says the referee, and Singapore escaped that. Shadan lost control of the ball. This is where Singapore can break and be very, very dangerous. Abbasad and Fandi Ahmad both up front. Selvaraj is a little bit slow in joining them at right midfield. But Fandi has gone clear. Has pushed the ball inside for Abbasad.
Oh, what a goal! What a goal! All credit to Fandi Ahmad. Totally unselfish. He could have scored. He had the shot on, but that is a sign of a class player with great vision.
That's a nice ball to Abbasad. The defense has been split open. Can Abbas go on to score his hat-trick?
Oh, yes! Oh, yes!
What
a brilliant move!
The last time someone scored a hat-trick in the Malaysia Cup final was in 1991 when Irvin Boban scored a hat-trick for Johor. Abbasad missed that final because of a suspension, and this time he is just soaking in and himself all the way. And the last time he scored a hat-trick for Singapore was in the Premier League in the match against Sabah. Abbasad on the ball, the hero of the Singapore squad. And look at that pass to Fandi Ahmad. That was weighted to perfection. Could this be number 4 now? Fandi versus Khairul!
What a tremendous display!
Surely now, Singapore have won the Malaysia Cup.
I agree, Mark. There's no way back for Pahang. Absolutely no way back for Pahang.
The Malaysia Cup has finally been won for the first time in 14 years.
And right now, I can tell you my man of the match, Abbasad, 3 gold and a brilliant pass to Fandi Ahmad.
2 players who contributed most to Singapore the whole season round. The countdown begins. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Singapore have won the 1994 Malaysia Cup. The first time they've done it in 14 years.
That Abbasad has made up for his past disappointments with the best performance of his career, and he very deservingly takes home the Man of the Match award. There it is. The announcement that Singapore are the 1994 Malaysia Cup champions, and they're going to be led up to collect the trophy by their captain, Fandi Ahmad. There's Fandi Ahmad, the Singapore captain. Finally, 14 years of waiting, finally over.
The celebrations continued long into the night. No one could deny the Lions their moment of glory.
With these people here. We've got to win for them. We've just got to win for Singapore.
As a player, I'm very proud because it's a history for Singapore. You know, it's a double and it's a double, triple actually for me. And this is special because it's after such a long year, you know. I cannot describe anymore. Thank you.
I really thinking in my mind that there's 8 Singapore fans in Malacca. He's now hospitalized, and I heard some of them is very critical. And that really put my heart and soul to win this game. And I think the score really can tell me why maybe I'm so emotional. I don't know when I'm going to win the cup. If I don't win now, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know when.
This team is just superb. I mean, the way they fight, they run. I mean, we copped a lot of criticism from a lot of people, and I hope we shut all these people up. And I hope these people can come up now and shake our hands and say, a job well done, because every single player, every official deserves a lot this year.
Upon their return to Singapore, a victory parade at the National Stadium saw some 20,000 fans turning up to salute their heroes. 1994, a momentous year for the Singapore soccer team as they clinched the league and cup double.
Well, you join us here at the headquarters of Pioneer Electronics. We have the goal of the season draw, and that goal was scored for all of you out there by Stephen Tan, the quarter-final against Pahang, which really made a tremendous difference to Singapore's campaign in the Cup season. Well, of course, Singapore having won the FAM League and Cup double, everyone is really, really excited, and no more so than Saito-san, and you have been delighted, I'm sure, to sponsor the Singapore goal of the season throughout the whole of the season. We have an enormous number of potential winners here, and they are going to receive, in fact, the only